welcome to the channel of Team Chaos. It was Global Clash Cup today. We played week 4 against Patna Pirates. Those of you that push in Legend League, you will know Patna Pirates very well. They are usually amongst the top clans worldwide. However, we see today that in 5 versus 5 tournaments, it's a different story. And here they struggled against Team Chaos. Today we see a 13-10 victory with a 95.2% destruction at Chaos and only 77.4 at Patna Pirates. They basically had 5 attacks times 2 stars. Yeah, we will see, and we had XP, Theo, Anon, Pepper, Sotos and Toretto playing today, and we will see all attacks. We will go through the war events, and we see that the first attack was on Patna Pirates, and they did have a 89% 2-star, and then Mr. XP came in with a 3-star, and he did play Yeti bets. He does like bets a lot. He's an expert in playing bets, and we see here throwing in the Warden immediately to start creating that path, that funnel that he needs, and Yeti as well down here at 4. So what we see here is that this base has a very good opening here at the cannon basically, and then almost the whole base is reachable for the Yetis. Yeah, Tesla farm also taken out by that Warden. Yep, he cleaned up basically down at 3, so his troops will go into that narrow path. Of course, they will get hit then by the 2 scatters here, and the Expose and the Warden and the Queen. However, with a jump, he will be reaching all those defenses. And Blimp comes in to make sure that Town Hall goes down. It's key that it goes down quite quickly, so that he doesn't have to worry about it, and it does not create lots of damage to his main attacks. Attack troops, we see exactly here what he wanted to have. Everything goes through that path, and with a jump, scatters and everything is reachable. The bats come in to support quite quickly, and that is a moment where that attack was it was critical because that scatter wanted to lock on the bats. However, the bats are flying too quick, so they were flying constantly into this area where the scatter cannot attack anything, and that caused him to retarget all the time. We saw here also that the eagle was also targeting those bats. I mean, everything wanted to have those bats. So he did froze that eagle as well, using very nicely the Royal Champion ability that did destroy that wizard tower as well, so the bats could take it out immediately, and they are still standing. They are now even taking out that Royal Champion, and we see the base has no defenses left. He has lots of cleanup troops. Those bats, they struggle a lot with gold storage and elixir storage buildings, so it's good if you have some supporting troops to take out those very heavy buildings. The rest is no problem for the bats, and we see a very, very nice 3-star and a very strong start for Team Chaos. Nicely done by Mr. XP. We go back to our war events, and we see that the second attack from Patna Pirates was a 91% 2-star against Unknown Pepper, and then Pepper himself is attacking. And this attack is really, it's such a pity that this was not a 3-star. You will see towards the end everything was looking like an overkill, and then suddenly the attack was over. But let's first watch Pepper creating here a funnel, and you will also see later in one of the other attacks that we have that it is important that you take your time for the funnel. It is important that you create a path that will lead the main army into the core of the base. And that is, in 99% of the cases, that is key for the win, to have your main army going into the core of the base. A lot is happening here. Tornado trap. Lots of defenses around that town hall. It's a heavy area. This is why warden ability is used to protect the troops. Because then the nice thing is that this heavy area can be taken out. We see that the dragons are grouping here at the southern part of that base, which is actually not too bad, because Pepper was planning to send in his queen to take out that wizard tower so that he could play his bets in a better way. And it will happen exactly as planned. We see the queen, she's taking out that air defense and she's taking out that wizard tower. As soon as the wizard tower is gone, he starts immediately his bet with a bet bomb on that scatter. It's nice because the scatter cannot attack this area above it. And here the dragon comes close and gets a red two actually. Two air bombs, the red air bombs, and they create splash damage, as you know. So then all bats are gone. Yeah, and from and he had a lot of dragons coming in, but then of course with those defenses standing and no bats to take them out, all the dragons are gone. So very unfortunate 2-star. Everyone was sure that this is a 3-star, and then suddenly all the bats are gone. Then after that, however, Patna Pirates come in with a 57% 2-star, and then Theo is attacking and getting a 3-star, and basically at that moment that war was over. What we see here from Theo is a combination of, it's a Zap Lalo, however he's not zapping the clan castle, so he is having 2 poison spells with him. We will see later why 2 poison spells, because we are used to use only 1 poison, right? But now with the super minions coming in, 2 poison spells are needed, because if you combine the super minions with headhunters, those headhunters can create a lot of damage to your heroes if you don't throw a poison on them. However, the super minions, they stay in the back, so you need another one for the super minions. What we see here is that the Sui goes into an area where there's a single, when there is the archer queen, the enemy archer queen, and the sweepers, both sweepers and a scatter. What a great value to get from your Sui if you pay Lalo. And parallel to that, we see that the world champion comes in and she will take out that eagle. Air defense is also taken out by the queen, so that Sui was just incredible, creating a very good path and taking out so many key defenses. So what we see here is then Lalo will go obviously, he detects a Tesla farm down here at 9. And then he sends in his Lalo into the multi-inferno, because that multi-inferno is the biggest threat to his loons. Looking at the rest of the base, and here we go. We see Clan Castle comes out. First poison is used against the headhunters, and then he is throwing another one at the super minions. Parallel Town Hall is of course activated. We are above 50%, which is not too bad, because then the loons are targeting in, protected by the Eternal Tome. That base is already gone at that moment, and the Slammer is still flying, and tons of loons flying through that base. We will see, he could even smack that haste spell, but we see here that he's opening up the Slammer himself because he wanted to get that dragon out for cleaning up the rest of the buildings down here at 6. Easy triple. Of course, if you can play loons like Theo, you can play them, then it is very easy for you to triple. Very good. Let's see what comes next. 75% 2-star by Patna Pirates, and then Toretto comes in with the Flybrid. So Flybrid is basically a combination of dragons and super minions. However, he is not using bats, because we see a lot of times a Flybrid being played with bats. Instead, he's using zaps to clean this area here next to the town hall. But besides of course taking out key defenses like a single, he is also creating then a nice path for his dragons. And we talked about taking time, investing time to funnel your troops into the right direction. And we see here that Toretto is taking his time. He zapped it, he threw in a baby dragon, he threw in a dragon, he's using a wizard down here at 6. So he's taking the time, and this is so important. Whatever attack strategy you play, it is key to send in your troops towards the direction you want them to go, and that you can achieve only through funneling them correctly. So we see here, Queen, the heroes come in basically to keep those dragons in the core. They will take out all those trash buildings out here, and the dragons are flying towards the town hall. The slammer is also flying. And what we see here, what is also quite interesting, is that there are 2 sweepers placed next to the town hall, looking almost into the same direction, and they are creating lots of damage to this attack. So they are sweeping the dragons towards the outside, and luckily that one dragon took them out then, so that the attack could continue. However, the plan by Toretto was so strong that these 2 sweepers could not really stop him. We see that he played his royal champion quite late, so that she could support the back end of this base. And what we see here is also that single is attacking the loons, which is nice, because then the royal champion can take it out without being destroyed. Lots of dragons and minions flying around. Baby, the king is still alive, the queen is still alive and has her ability. Royal champion quite healthy and still her ability, so that is an absolute overkill here by Toretto. And last but not least, we have another dragon attack that we would like to show you. It is a 2-star by Sotos, 82%. Sotos has been a bit unlucky in 2 situations of this attack. Otherwise it would have been a easy triple. We see here the king comes in. He wanted him to go towards 9. The king did not go. I mean, you could have played this maybe a bit different, so that the king would go after being deployed a second building. He could go towards the army camp, then he would have cleaned this whole area here. However, he comes in, he even goes down here at 6 towards the scatter. Sotos is not getting distracted by this. He is continuing his attack as planned, which is the right thing to do. In this case, Blimp comes in, protected by Eternal Tome. Everything goes well, besides of that king, of course. The rest of this attack was exactly as planned, and then that tornado trap here basically took that Blimp troops completely out. 2 single infernos, so that dragon cannot take out the town hall. And of course, this is a moment where you need to adjust your whole strategy, because you need to find a way to take down the town hall. 2 stars is always needed in 5, especially in 5 versus 5 tournaments. A 1-star, of course, in this case it did not matter because the war was over, but usually a 1-star can mean the end for your team. The bats got stuck at the town hall because it was activated. However, what Sotos played very nicely is that he kept his royal champion, and once the area was cleaned, I mean this area here was cleaned with defenses, he sent her in to take down the town hall. So very, very good adjusted to make sure that 2 stars are secured, and then of course a cleanup happening at the end of the day. Still 82%. Very nice adjustment. Yeah, so that was it for today. Stay tuned. We will be making videos about the other weekdays at Global Clash Cup. We hope you enjoyed this video, and see you around.